What's up? So this is gonna be part two of what I was saying before. So I feel like a big thing is, really understanding what you want. And it's more important than you think, because a lot of people, they just do a lot of stuff, and you need to actually understand what you want, because it'll drag you into different directions. But I think the main thing is understanding, like, to slow down. And I know it sounds cliche because people always say, oh yeah, you need to slow down, but no, really, you need to, because I even noticed it in high school. Like, that was why I didn't produce as much as I wanted to, and as well as I wanted to, because we were constantly doing a lot. And it was a Catholic school, and it was just a different workload. But I noticed that when I got to college and the workload like lightened up a little bit, like, I got better. But that's the reason why, like, there's only a certain amount of stuff that you can really do, concentrate on. So the important thing is, you need to slow down sometimes, if you really want to get good at one specific thing. But it's really hard to get good at a lot of different skill sets. Like, you need to really hone in on one at a time, as the brain just isn't, designed to master like a crap load of things at one time. So I use that, like, with my example with sports. That's why the times that I was playing better, I noticed that the main thing that I was doing was playing most of the time. I was like actively playing multiple times a day, like in middle school. And then when high school came in, everything just flipped, because I had to work on other important things like grades and studying, and even just other stuff, like, as you get older. But just using that example, like with high school, I feel like, when you have one, your plate is harder to focus on other things. So yeah, I even saw the result myself with, like, when you focus on one thing, you get really good at it, and it helps you actually achieve it, and your brain isn't torn up. So this is how it goes. Basically, um your brain can only comprehend things, um like, it can only comprehend stuff, like, when you focus on one thing at a time. So basically, like, if you're doing 100 things at one time, you're not going to do as well as somebody who's focusing on one at a time, despite people even saying, oh, I can multitask. Like, the amount of productivity and true quality is going to be lower. So that's why you need to focus on one thing. So obviously, people have a lot of stuff going on in their lives, but you can counteract it by spending more time on it. So that was what I learned over time. To you might have a lot going on, because you can't just stop and say, I can't, like, not eat or do other stuff. But you spend a little bit more time, and you sacrifice, and you add in more hours to the thing that you're trying to perfect. So